Hi fellow makeup fiends, today I'm going to do a first thoughts and swatch video for you on the new Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I'm going to show you the packaging. I've actually cut the ends off it because I was going to use it. I kind of display it on the sides of my shelving unit, so where things are stored you can actually see some of the packaging sticking out. I've done that with some of the naked stuff and I think it looks quite nice. And this packaging was too good to put in the bin, to be quite honest. So I'll show you it, but again it's got the ends missing. So that's what the packaging looks like for the chocolate bar palette. It looks like an expensive chocolate bar. It smells a bit of chocolate as well, but maybe that's just me because I've just opened the palette. But it's a lovely pink and brown and it just looks lovely. I have already got a couple of other Too Faced palettes. I've got, I think it's Natural Eye and Naked Eye, and they're lovely. They're very pigmented, very buttery. They're lovely shadows. I don't reach for them a huge amount. I definitely will reach for them more now. I'm trying to access a lot more of my collection. I just feel like they're very pricey for what you get. You don't get a lot of shadows in there, whereas for just a little bit more with Urban Decay you get a lot of shadows in a palette. So I tend to reach for Urban Decay more, plus I just love all the different colours in Urban Decay. And the Too Faced shadow palettes tend to be like of a certain colour range, so like the Naked Eye, the Natural Eye, they're all very sort of basic natural nude colours. So yeah, I think they are a little bit pricey, but I thought the price of this one was pricey, but I got 12% off with Debenhams, and it is a Debenhams exclusive, or it was a Debenhams exclusive when it was released in the UK. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And then on the back it's got all of your colours with the names on and just a little bit of blurb about it. And then inside the packaging you do get one of these. Now they always do like a little card with some ideas on there so you can try different looks. So these are, you've got milk chocolate, semi-sweet and hot cocoa. And then on the back it tells you which shades to use and to wear, so it's quite a nice little guide. I always do keep these, they're quite a nice little feature. Normally they're in the palette, just tucked in somewhere, so I'll have to put this in a drawer, but it's quite nice that that feature is still there. So this is what the palette looks like. It's in a tin. Reminds me of a pencil tin. In fact, if once it's empty, I suppose you could use it as a pencil tin. I've just opened that and the smell is overwhelming. They're made with 100% cocoa powder, which is fantastic. Obviously it must last well because they have their chocolate bronzer, because my first thought was, oh, cocoa powder, maybe these shadows won't last as long as some of the others I own, because I've got an Urban Decay palette I've had about 8 years and it's still fine. As long as everything's stored right and used and it's hygienic, I think you're okay. But yeah, I just thought, I'm not sure. But they've been making the chocolate bronzer for a long time and that's fine, so I just thought, yeah, it'll be okay. So it's in this tin and it retails for £45. It was 12% off at Boots, so I did get it for, I think it was £39.50 and then free delivery. It does look like a chocolate bar, you just want to take a chunk right out of it. It says Too Faced up here and chocolate bar down here. On the back it's just got a little bit of blurb and it is a magnetic fastening. It's quite a strong magnetic fastening as well. It's got a little indentation there for your finger. And then, well, you'll see that I've kind of customised mine in a way. It's got a mirror in the lid and then it's got, oh, the smell. The smell is so strong, it's unbelievable. You just want to eat it. It comes with this plastic sheet that lies on top of the shadows with the names on. Now I never use the mirrors in the lids of palettes, so I have actually just took a little bit of blue tack and I've actually just stuck it on the inside of there so I can actually just look and see which colour is which, so I just thought that would be better overall for me, definitely. So yeah, if you're, because it would have been nice if they'd been printed on, but I think they made the shadows so big, you get such a great value with the size of the shadows that they just didn't have room maybe to print them on. Yeah, but that's definitely saved the day, just fasten it on the inside of the lid. So these are the colours. You get 16 colours in this palette. You get 2 of the large ones. They always do large ones, like in the smaller palettes, if you own one you'll know they do 6 small shades and 3 large shades, so you get 9 in one of the other palettes. And that's what you get. So you get 3 large ones and 6 small ones. They don't smell of anything. Right, so that is what they look like. Now I have a blog post on my new blog, Colour of My Kiss, about these shadows, and it's got swatches on there as well, but I will swatch them for you. So going across the top you've got Gilded Ganache, White Chocolate, Milk Chocolate, Black Forest Truffle and Triple Fudge. Some beautiful colours on this first layer, and as you can see, very, very pigmented. So that is the first layer. Sorry, it's at a funny angle there. Hopefully you can see that the white chocolate has a sort of ivory cast to it, so it's actually really nice. Now I've had some people say that they wish the ivory colour wasn't so large, but I always use ivory as a base under whatever I'm doing, so I'm really happy that the ivory is large because I know I'll get more use out of it. Plus you can use it as a highlight if you want to. But you've got Gilded Ganache, which is a beautiful deep brown, very warm, absolutely gorgeous, I love that. Then you've got White Chocolate, which is just, again, very pigmented ivory. Milk Chocolate, which is a very warm tone, very definite milk chocolate colour. And Black Forest Truffle, which is just a beautiful sort of rich burgundy colour. Kind of a burgundy brown, it's got some shimmer in it. And then Triple Fudge, which is a very dark chocolate brown. So that's what the first layer looks like. I like calling them layers because it makes me think of chocolate boxes. Then on the next row you've got 6 shadows. So you've got Salted Caramel, Marzipan, Semi-Sweet, Strawberry Bonbon, Candied Violet and Amaretto. So this is the next layer. I've swatched it upside down. Okay, I'm going to do it this way and we'll just talk about which way it runs. So you've got this one here. So you've got Salted Caramel, which is just a gorgeous colour. I've got nothing like that in my collection. It's a really pretty caramel colour. Then Marzipan, I think these work really well together. It's actually a very shimmery sort of colour. Then you've got Semi-Sweet, which is a very warm brown. Strawberry Bonbon, which is a gorgeous pale baby pink. It's lovely. Candied Violet, which I kind of think swatches a little bit disappointingly. It blends okay. But as you can see, it's just a dark sort of purple. You really rely on the sheen to get any colour from this one, so I definitely want to see how it applies with a brush and how it applies wet, really, to see its full effect. And then Amaretto, which is a lovely warm brown and it's got a lovely shimmer quality to it. So that is the second layer. So first layer, I love the first layer so much, it's so beautiful. Second layer, I love the pink. And I guess all of the colours kind of stand out for me for this one, apart from Candied Violet. I think there's just a lovely range of simply warm and cool tone browns in here. Moving on to the last layer, you've got Hazelnut, Creme Brulee, Hot Chocolate, Cherry Cordial, and then Champagne Truffle. And I will swatch those. So this is the last layer. You've got Hazelnut, Creme Brulee, Hot Chocolate, Cherry Cordial and Champagne Truffle. Champagne Truffle is gorgeous. It's just the perfect highlight colour in an eye corner. Cherry Cordial is just a beautiful plummy red. It's a deep red. It'll work really well with Black Forest Truffle. But it's definitely got a bit more of a redness to it, like kind of a reddy brown. Hot Chocolate, which is a lovely brown shimmer. Creme Brulee, I probably get the least use out of that because I'm not into like yellowy gold colours, but I will try use that a little bit. It's actually a little bit darker than a standard yellow gold. And then Hazelnut. Hazelnut is stunning. It's a lovely warm brown with just a ton of shimmer on it. It's gorgeous and they blend beautifully. So you have got layer 1. Definitely my favourite. Then layer 2 and layer 3. So I feel that with this palette you do get a lovely range of colours. You get some nice warm tones and some different colours. It's nice to see that it's not all just naked colours. I love that pretty pink. It'll look amazing on the inner eye corner, but I think it's just a nice colour anyway. It's something a little bit different to have in here. Candied Violet is the only one in the palette that I would say is not super pigmented, but I think that once we work with that and figure out how that can be made to work a lot better, I think that, you know, it's going to be better. As you can see, I think it's better once you get some light on it. The shimmer on it is really beautiful. It is a beautiful purple, it's just that it's not very pigmented and it really relies on the shimmer qualities to supply the colour and to show you how vibrant the colour is. But there's some beautiful colours in this palette. They're rich, they're warm, there's some nice shimmers, there's some almost semi sort of like some satin colours. I wouldn't say there's anything that stands out as a true sort of matte. Some of them have slightly matte consistency to them, like strawberry bonbon, but I think they're all beautiful colours. They're nothing like I've got in any of the other Naked palettes that I own, or nude palettes, because there's a lot of warmth to things like the salted caramel colour. I don't have anything like that. Marzipan's very pretty. There's just lots of different colours in here. The Black Forest Truffle, the white chocolate's beautiful, milk chocolate. I love the chocolate ganache. Then it's just, yeah, I could go on and on about how amazing these colours are, but I'm so thrilled with it. I didn't expect to love it quite as much. In fact, I thought I was going to open it and go, no, I'm not going to keep that. But because these colours are so different to what the other palettes offer you, I just feel like there's so many different browns in here that you could work with. You could create a really warm eye. There's more warm colours than cool tone colours in here for definite. And the two big shades definitely stand out as an amazing thing for me, because I love those. You've got your beautiful shimmery one and your beautiful matte one. I feel like you've got your highlight in here, you've got all your colours. I wouldn't say there's anything that stands out as a liner colour, but I think it'd be too difficult for them to put a black in here. You do have Triple Fudge, that's probably the darkest one in here, I guess. And it's kind of got a little bit, that's kind of a matte consistency. So if I just give a little swatch of that on its own, it is quite nice and dark. So I suppose you could smudge that along the lash line and that would work quite nicely. But I absolutely love this palette and I can't wait to start using it. So I definitely want to do some looks with this coming up for you. I'm also going to use the Smashbox Full Exposure palette and do a few looks in that for you as well, because I've actually started to use the Smashbox one and I really, really like it. The matte shades are just amazing. The shimmer shades are nice, but it's finding a way to work with them, so I'm still experimenting with that. But yes, I highly recommend this. If you're thinking about it, go out and take a look at it, give it a swatch. It swatches beautifully, it's buttery, it's pigmented, it's soft, it smells of chocolate. It's a winner, and I think it's well thought out. The packaging's beautiful, from the packaging of the tin itself, like the palette, to the packaging that it actually comes in. Very well thought out, lovely names, just a gorgeous palette all around. And like I said, if you don't want to lose the sheet that goes on top, just stick it in the lid with a bit of blue tack. It does the job, and then I can see what the colours are from there. So that's it for my little mini review. Check out my blog post if you want to see further swatches and a little bit more of what I thought when I first bought it. And you'll be seeing this in a roundup coming up, and like I said, there'll be some looks as well. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Bye. I have got a couple of chocolate bar palettes. Why can't I talk? I have got a couple of other Too Faced palettes. They are very buttery shaded, very pigmented. Very buttery shaded.